In the NFC North, we had the Detroit Lions. They open up week 1 at home versus the San Francisco 49ers, and they end at home versus the Green Bay Packers. Combs, I'm going to kick it to you first here. Out of the 17 regular season games we have on the Detroit Lions schedule, what game do you circle to kind of be like, hey, like this is kind of a must-watch game?
None of them.
Not
because they're the Lions. But if I had to pick any of them to watch, it's going to be the Bears because I'll get to see the Bears win.
Not on Thanksgiving, brother.
The Bears will win on Thanksgiving in Detroit.
28-10 Lions.
I would say that I'd probably be most interesting to see how. Let's see. I'm going to go with.
Say it. Week 7.
I'm gonna go with their say it. I'm gonna go with the Bengals game. I want to see how the Bengals and the Lions. I want to see how Joe Burrows performs against that Detroit Lions team in Detroit on the road. I want to see how he does. So if anything, I'd probably say the Lions Bengals game.
Who do you got winning that game?
Easy.
The Bengals. I don't have the Lions winning a whole lot.
Easy pick here.
Okay, cool.
The game I'm watching. Okay. Week 7 is going to be great. It is. Because Matthew Stafford is going to play the Lions, the team that has so royally screwed his career over.
Really?
I didn't even think of that. That's a good one.
That's huge for that.
I didn't even think of that.
But that's not the biggest one. It's going to be a great game. The best game, though, is Week 8. You know why? Because the loser gets the first overall pick. It's between them and Philly.
Are you serious right now?
Yes.
Wow.
Whoever wins gets the second overall pick. Whoever loses gets the first.
Who wins?
It's going to be a game of tanking. Who can play the worst the entire game? It will be hilarious. A comedic event. I will absolutely love every second of it. And just before that happens, Matthew Stafford is going to put up 50 points on the Lions in LA.
Jaguars will still have the number 1 pick.
And absolutely shellac them. I'm telling you right now. He will kill them. It will not be fair. It will be a blowout game. Then they follow it playing the Eagles, and it's going to be an even worse game. It's going to be a laughingstock because both teams are not playing so great right now and not making good moves, and they don't have much surrounding the team. So,
wow,
that's why I think I'm telling you that 2-week stretch right there is going to be awesome. But the best game of the year by far is Lions Eagles because it's literally who's going to get the first overall pick for next year.
So, what do you have the record as, Wyatt, as the Lions overall record?
3-14, baby.
What about you, Combs?
3-14. I don't like this Lions team at all. I think Jared Goff. If you thought that Matthew Stafford got hurt a lot behind that Lions offensive line, and Matthew Stafford's probably the toughest quarterback in the league.
Yep.
What do you think is going to happen to Jared Goff? He's going to be in a wheelchair by week 5. Like it's going to be bad.
Probably will.
3-14. I think it's generous. For this team, they've got a very tough schedule, man. They got a just tough as schedule. Look at this schedule, Buck. You're talking about. Let's see. They start off with San Francisco, then they get the Packers, then they get the Ravens. Then they've also got the Bengals, Rams, Eagles, Browns, Broncos, Cardinals, Falcons, Seahawks. Not to mention, you still got to play your divisional games against the Packers, Bears, and Vikings, who are all better than you.
And you can say what you want, but you guys are absolutely wrong on this. Yes, I do have the Lions starting the season 0-5. Yes, I had them getting beat by all of their division opponents at least once. Yes, I had the Ravens beating them, and yes, I do have them beating the Bengals week 6, because we already went over the Bengals. But the Lions have finished the season 7-10. 7-10 is the Detroit Lions record. Yes, they start like 0-5, just like I said, but they finish 7-5 to finish out the year, and they look like a damn good football team toward the end of the season until they run through the gauntlet.
End of the season, they play the Browns, the Bears. So you said 7-5 in what? Their last 12?
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. So in those 12 games, they play the Bengals, Rams, Eagles, Steelers, Browns, Bears, Vikings, Broncos, Cardinals, Falcons, Seahawks, and Packers.
Right. And
fun fact. I actually have them beating the Cardinals.
Okay.
The Lions have
I do as well.
one stupid win every year. That makes
that is not a
absolutely
stupid
no
win.
sense.
It is super hard to play at Ford Field. It's simple as that.
Did the Cardinals plane
No, it's not.
crash?
Are you serious? Ford Field is one of the hardest fields to play in, hands down. I mean, we've seen it.
That Cardinals defense, though, Buck, is absolutely.
You are right.
Insane.
You are right. But also, this is going to be a 1:00 kickoff game, coming from the West Coast to the East Coast. So their bodies are set about 10:00 in the morning. So you got to wake up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning just to even get on the field for pregame. So you're waking up like at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Just to get
Detroit
ready for the game.
Why do you think Detroit's a hard place to play?
Because I've been there personally 3 or 4 times. I have seen the Chiefs play there. I've seen the Packers play there.
Did you?
Go ahead.
Did you cover your eyes the whole time you played or were watching?
No, I know how the fans are. I know how the atmosphere is. Quiet. Playing in a dome is a different atmosphere. It is simple as that. Playing in a dome is the hardest thing to do. But looking at their last half of the schedule here, starting with the Bengals, I had them beating Cincinnati,
StreamYard kicked me out,
losing to the Rams, and then I had them
jail.
beating the Eagles,
Buck,
beating the Steelers, beating the Browns, beating the Bears, beating the Vikings, losing to the Broncos, beating the Cardinals, and then losing the last 3 of the games of the season.
The Lions.
What's your final record for them?
7-10.
Buck, the Lions were 5-11 last year.
Right.
How many of those wins came at home?
3.
1.
Okay.
1.
They were 1-7 in Detroit. Such a tough place to play.
And that was hold on. And that was with And that
it's a tough place for the Lions to play.
Hold on. And that was with Kenny Golladay,
Stafford,
Marvin Jones, Matthew Stafford,
and you went from Stafford.
You lost
to
all 3 of them.
I'm not worried about the players. Their coaching staff is what lost them games last year. Sit back and look at their coaching staff.
But they're less talented now, and
they're
they have
less
a brand
talented
new coaching staff.
They've got a coach, Buck, now that wants to put a live lion at practice. He's just as bad as Matty P.
Listen here.
He wants to have a gold chain around a lion's neck that they're going to have live at practice.
Do you know
Jared
why
Goff
they want
is going to
that?
die. He's going to eat him.
Do you know why they want that? It's because of a culture shock. They have to shake up the culture there.
They want a live lion at practice.
They need a culture shock. They need a whole new team.
Do you know why they want a live lion at practice, Buck?
Why?
So people will show up to see something because they ain't going to show up to see that football team.
Well, the live lions only at practices. They probably can't have him in the stadium.
Yeah, he's only at practice. He's not at games.
But seriously,
He'll
why?
be at games.
This is a culture shakeup. This Matt, what's his name? Campbell. I forget his last name. Steve Campbell, right? He is in there. He's shaking the cage of the Detroit Lions and getting this new culture in there. Like, I don't care about the Patriot way. That ship has sailed in Detroit. It was a complete failure, and that's why those receivers are no longer in Detroit because the quote,
Patriot way is the Tom Brady way. People keep calling it the Patriot way. It was the Tom Brady way, and they proved it last year.
Well, and the coaches still did the Patriot way. But Campbell,
every coach that has left New England has failed outside of New England.
Yeah, because they try to induct
New England
and ends up right back. Yeah,
because they try to introduce this Patriot way to a losing team. You cannot do that. You have to shake the cage. You have to really
no. You need Tom Brady and Bill Belichick to run the Patriot way. That's what you need.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Patriot way is gone now.
Let me ask you this, Wyatt. When you bring in a new coach and he is a stern hard ass, and you have players that have been there for 4 or 5 years, and this particular coach is just like it is my way or the highway. How long does that coach last? 1 year at Floyd Central. I will say it. He lasts 1 year because he is a complete motherfucking dick. Let's just be flat out honest. Just because nobody wanted to buy into his hard ass's ways. Like I mean, he can try to clean house all he wants.
What are you talking about, Buck?
But like in the end, it was his problem.
Put a name on it.
No, I'm not going to put a name on it, but you know exactly who I am talking about. No,
don't be scared.
I am not scared. I am
Come
not
on,
scared.
Jobu, grab him, Jobu.
You have no marbles. No, but that's exactly what Matt Patricia tried to do in Detroit. He tried to be this. Oh, it's the Patriot way. No, you cannot do that. You have to gain the respect first. So shake the cage, throw in the line. That is why the Lions are going to be successful this year.
What they need to do is they need to legit throw them all in the cage and pick new players.
They did.
Throw them all in the Lions cage, let the Lion have its way, and pick all new players.
Jared Goff.
56 of them.
Jared Goff has been to a Super Bowl, right?
Jared Goff is garbage.
Has Jared Goff
Jared Goff is garbage. Look, you talk about Lamar Jackson being trash. Jared Goff is trash.
I would take Jared Goff over Lamar Jackson any day of the week.
You are out of your freaking mind.
Buck, what are you drinking, man?
All right, we're gonna play fantasy football this year. You take Jared Goff. I'm gonna take Lamar.
I have this
deal.
I have this Hawaiian Gatorade straight from TJ Maxx for $2.99.
That's Hawaiian.
Who the hell